Well, Darryl Buchanan is a musician, vocalist, songwriter, and a producer. From touring with Junior Walker and the All-Stars, Darryl has over 30 years in the music business, and he's always working on something, and we welcome him to Experience Michiana. Darryl, it's great to have you here.
It's great to be here, my friend.
Well, it's terrific. You and I have known each other for a while, but you know, I don't really know that much about your background, except that you were born here in South Bend.
Actually, I was born in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah,
See, I already got something wrong.
But you know, I grew up here though. Yeah, you know, I went to high school and everything here.
And way back when you were about 17 years old, you met Junior Walker.
17 years old, yeah. I met the sax man from Motown, Mr. Junior Walker, at age 17. It's a funny story because I was leaving the park shooting hoops, and Junior had a club on Western Avenue, so I used to take that route all the time going to my brother's house. And I heard some music outdoors playing, so there was a lady outdoors who turned out to be his wife, and she, you know, saw I was a curious kid. She said, "Oh, go in there, that's my husband." So I walked in there, you know, a couple of days, hung out, and next thing I know, the guy says, "Hey, can you play?" I said, "Yeah, I can play a little bit." So I went up there and played the bass because I heard the songs before. I had a quick learning, you know, like process. So, so then the guy says, "Hey, how'd you like to play for me? I'll pay you." That's all I needed to hear. 17 years old, you know.
And how long were you with Junior?
I started touring in September of '79, and I stopped August 5th of '95. The last show I did with Junior Walker was at the Apollo Theater. So that was August of '95 when he got sick with cancer.
Yeah, and you traveled all over the world.
Yeah, and I play behind other artists, you know. So I've grown my own business, Planet Love Publishing Company. I'm working with talents, and you know, it's just a lucky thing. You know?
Now, mention a few of the other Motown greats that you played with.
I mean,
just a few.
The Temptations, Fort Tops, Martha Reeves. You know, I mean, the whole like Motown family. So I really feel like even though I was a younger person out there, I felt like a part of the family. You know, just.
Yeah, well, it's terrific, and I know you've been playing a lot around the area lately. You've got a couple of big gigs coming up. First of all, Meet Me on the Island.
Yes, Meet Me on the Island, which is this Friday at 5:30 p.m. at the Century Center. It's going to be a little hot, but hey, you know what? When it's sunny and there's no snow, we got to stand the heat.
That's right. It's okay. And the music's going to be hot, too.
Yeah, the music's going to be great. Yeah, we're going to have the whole group out there. It's going to be lots of great dance music, R&B, and lots of Motown music.
And it's always very enjoyable. Like you say, it's good dance music, very recognizable stuff, and you really get the crowd into it.
Yes, I'm a hands-on person, and I learned that from Junior Walker. So Junior Walker, never take your audience for granted. So, you know, you have to leave it all on stage.
Well, again, Meet Me on the Island this Friday, and that starts at 5:30 in back of the Century Center. You've got a website, too. Want to mention that?
Yes, also my website is www.darrylbuchanan, DARRYL, that's darrylbuchanan.net. You can check all my listings and my original music.
Yeah, it's a great website. I was checking it out a little while ago, and you get a lot of good stuff on there. Now,
one of my reasons for being back in South Bend also is to try to work with the youth, and especially the youth that are playing instruments, because I think it's starting to be like a lost art, you know, with all the technology.
Well, you're right there. Well, Darryl, thanks for coming on the show, and
we appreciate you.
We'll hear some of your music a little bit later on today.
Okay, sounds good, my friend.
Appreciate it, Darryl.
All right, thanks. So.
Okay, now you also did Saturday Night Live. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Saturday Night Live, that was 1981. I was 19, and a guy by the name of Eddie Murphy was also 19. So we were all on the show together, and it was a great time. You know, we had a great time. Chevy Chase and Eddie Murphy. It was the original cast back then, so it was a wonderful night. 26 million people saw that show.
Wow. Listen, what are some of your musical influences?
My musical influence, of course, Motown is in my blood, but I love the blues. I grew up listening to B.B. King, Jimi Hendrix, and I love Prince. So most of us, you know, we had instruments around the house when I was 10, 11, 12. So it was a natural thing. So.
Any gospel influence?
Gospel, big time, yeah. A lot of gospel roots are in my family too. My mom was a singer, and my dad was a blues piano player, actually.
Okay.